Hello, YouTube fans. It's late at night. Maybe after this video, I'll probably go to bed and shit like that. Go to my house and stuff like that. I'm in my mom's crib, just to hang out with her and stuff like that. I haven't seen her in a while. But I want to talk about what Kalai was talking about. His recent video on his, I think on his main YouTube page. I didn't watch the whole thing. Let me go to my history just to be more professional. Even though usually I'm never professional with these videos. I just speak what I need to, what I've learned and everything like that. So it's almost like with the whole, with other things that I say, so above, so below. So you got, every time I say so above, so below, you have to pay attention of those two aspects. But, let's see, maybe it's in my other, let me see. Okay. Okay, it is in my other channel. So I was about like, oh wow, it doesn't even say. Hold on. Oh, tap. 18 minutes and 41 seconds. So he talks about um and from what I watched, 8 minutes and 42 seconds. He talks about these military people, almost these people that are in the state of government and they literally taking advantage of the system. And I need to tell you military people this. I always see you military people all the time sometimes because I live in Holyoke, Massachusetts, and I see your veterans and everything like that. I see the orc veterans and shit like that. And I look at them and I'm all like, you're the reasons why all of this is just the way it is. And then all of a sudden you want us to bow down to you or be quiet and respectful to you because you went to war that these rich people's these rich people couldn't go, or their children, they refused to send their own kids to, but they were sending you. See, I know there's someone out. I know there's some idiots out there that will always want to protect this country and always want to be like, have a gun and ready to fight anyone that opposes America and shit like that. Anything that destroys the American flag, anything that destroys the norm of America, or well, it's funny too. You want to destroy everything that's the norm of America, but you couldn't destroy COVID, right? Of course you couldn't. Of course you couldn't. Of course you couldn't. The reason you couldn't is because it was impossible for you to destroy it. Because it only kills unnatural people. If you ever got sick from the whole virus shit, it's because it went through you to literally take off anything that it needs to do, and it's not going to kill you anyways. Especially if you're natural to the planet. I got sick, and they said I had COVID and shit like that, but I didn't die. You know. But there's so many people out here. There's so many brothers and sisters out here that got scared with that shit because they want you to get scared. These wicked ones don't give a shit about you. And you guys gotta act like they don't give a fuck about you. Stop acting like they do. And stop acting like people outside from your neighborhoods give a fuck about you too. Okay? Because there's brothers and sisters out here that really don't give a fuck about you too. There's some that do. Majority of us that know thyself, we care about our own people. People that don't know thyself, they don't care about their own people. I'm not saying all of them do. No, I'm saying small of them do. All right, let's just say small amount of them do. All right, because deep and down, subconscious wise, we do. Don't say that we don't. Deep down in subconscious, we do. But there's other people out here that they don't. Sometimes I might look at some brothers and sisters out here that I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" But at the same time, it's their experience, it's their journey that they're going through, and I can't really fault for them, and I can't really be like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" It's them. You do you. You know. That's why I tell myself and tell other people, know thyself. Okay, know thyself. If you find other things that other people didn't find out and they bashing it and they're like, oh, well, why are you saying this, you idiot? What is this, other stuff and everything like that. And I'm over here like looking at it like, are you good? Because look, I've learned Look, the only time you should be saying that you're an idiot is to these motherfuckers. And to the motherfuckers that look like us, that betrayed us, and decided to fucking do shit to us. Because, oh, they can reap the benefits of the system. That's the only motherfuckers I'm talking about. Any motherfuckers that know thyself and everything like that, you shouldn't talk to them in a way that's like, hey, you're a stupid piece of shit if you don't know this and that. Some of us are still learning, obviously. And look, I'll be the first one to say that sometimes I've said that, and that's fine. That's fine. But I don't mean it in a callous and fucked up way to my people. Mostly talking about to the wicked ones and some of the people that really don't fucking goddamn get it, to the point that they rather be naive instead of getting it. And the thing is, too, with this whole religious shit, stop looking at the fucking goddamn Bible. Why are you looking at it for? Oh, well, the Bible says here, that's when I know that you're not looking at it through yourself. You look, I'm not saying you can't decode it. Of course, I've decoded the Bible before. I've decoded the book of Revelations, and I've decoded also the book of Genesis. So you can't tell me certain things when I literally decode it for myself, all by myself, not by a YouTuber, not by someone else that does it. No, I research and listen to what other people are talking about, but I'm only here like, nah, it means this and that. Because I'm not stupid. And when you go in tune more and more with yourself, eventually find out other things that you'll be like, holy shit. Then all of a sudden, brothers and sisters start talking about it, and you don't know them at all whatsoever. You never even talk to them about that. So obviously, there's a thing in the atmosphere, obviously, in the connection of us to know what we know, basically, if that makes sense. There's a let me put it to you this way. When we think of certain things that we didn't tell other brothers and sisters about, but all of a sudden they thought about it, it's a connection that they got from the ether realm, that the higher realm, basically, from the higher selves. The higher selves grabbed that information, brought it down, and gave it to them, and they had that aha moment. Okay? Okay? You know, sorry, not sorry for the people that never got that experience. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. Okay? That might sound rude and everything like that, but guess what? It's only because sometimes it needs to be told that way. Okay? We're not here to fucking sugarcoat shit. Okay? Because I'm just right now, more than ever, I'm actually seeing some brothers and sisters. Well, some brothers actually. I haven't seen some sisters talk about it, but hey, I mostly follow a lot of brothers on YouTube, not sisters. Not to say I don't try to find sisters that talk about stuff like this online. I do, but sometimes when I do find them, they usually don't talk the way um not how they're supposed to. I don't want to say that. Not how they don't feel authentic. They don't feel like they're saying it from their soul. You know, they don't feel like they're saying it in a way that they had the experience. That's just me. Because when a brother and a sister are saying certain things, you'll be like, yo, yes. It's like that. Mainly because the reason you like that, the reason you had that reaction is because the reason you had that reaction is because you thought you were the only one that thought about that shit. Common fucking sense, in my opinion. That's just me. Okay? There's a lot of things out here that we still need to know. There's a lot of things out here that we're still learning. Okay? And that's fine. You know how many shit you have no idea how much ancient shit that we have lost because of these wicked motherfuckers. Okay? And I want to point this out right now. If you thought Bobby Hemmett and people like Bobby Hemmett were like agents and shit like that, I have no idea what to tell you. I have no idea what to tell you. Are you really gonna, like, for example, Ice's wisdom a while ago, when she pointed out, this is not an attack on the sister, but I just want to mention what she said. When she mentioned that what Bobby Hemmett said back then is not relevant now, I'm over here like, what the fuck are you talking about, sister? What the fuck you talking about? I'm not saying that knowledge doesn't change over time. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that we don't learn things over time too, and I'm not saying things don't change over time either. I'm not saying that. When we discover stuff, things just change and we'll be like, oh, okay, all right. But other than that, when there's other shit that you look at his stuff and you'll be like, that's still accurate. I'm sorry. You denying it just because it's old footage just tells me that you would never learn. You would never learn. Just because it's old footage, oh, it's old knowledge and old footage. I can't look at that. That is your problem. That is your problem, man. That's your problem. The hell's wrong with y'all people? Yet you want to follow a fucking goddamn Bible. Yet you want to fucking listen to Archangel Michael. The fuck's wrong with you people? Archangel Michael will literally fucking tell you not focus on me, focus on yourself. And if he doesn't say that, guess what? Well, that's not the right person. I've always told people, focus on you, study, and know thyself. That's not a bad person. But but I get it. I get it. There's people out here, there's stupid motherfuckers out here that will say those stuff, but then put you in a different timeline that you're not supposed to. I get it. I get it. I get it. But guess what? Guess what? This guess what? When brothers and sisters out here are trying to point that out and say also at the same time that there's certain people that are kind of like stupid, I'm over here like then you're giving us way then then you're thinking way too less of us in a way. Any brother or sister. And I'm over here like, do you really think that some of us are really that naive to literally fall for that bullshit? Or any bullshit? If we can see through the bullshit and break down the bullshit and showing different perspectives of like so above, so below, then okay then. You know? Almost like when a wicked one uses something to counteract of what it is, and then you look at it and you'll be like, you know what? I see what the wicked one's doing, but I'm gonna reverse it to the point that it benefits me because I know what it is. Does that make sense? Because everything that these wicked ones do is reverse. So you grab what they did do and you flip it, and guess what? It's something else. Okay? And they will never tell you that. The reason they don't promote it or don't tell you that is because they don't want to tell you that. Again, a great example. Why they never show the Baphomet statue of the one that shows tits? That's just an example. They would never show you the Baphomet statue, the one that has tits. Sorry. They never did that. When they showed the Baphomet statue in the fucking US, in the fucking White House shit, they just showed that one with tits? No, they showed it flat out as a straight man. They're telling you they don't care about the woman. Come on, that right there just told you it. That's just an example. You can criticize me, you can hate me all you want, but I'm telling you what they were doing. Don't blame me for what they were fucking doing, you idiot. Come on. You have the eye to see it. So don't fucking blame me or blame anyone else that literally points that shit out. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay? Does that make sense? And I just use that as an example because I know a lot of people out here would just go off the wall crazy, use their emotions just because I mentioned something like that or something else. And I'm over here like, calm the fuck down, or else I'll go to the Astrodome and beat the living shit out of you. And you wonder why the fuck you have a nasty taste in your mouth. It's because I punch you straight in the fucking goddamn jaw. Okay? I did that to my freaking brother-in-law, alright? I didn't kill my brother-in-law because I know the karma that comes to that in the astral realm. You know what I did to my brother-in-law when he did shit to me? I Went to I literally did this. I turned into the cosmic freaking Chimera dragon, basically, and I grabbed him and I like just like this to him, and I like like that. He was literally like chained up. He was literally like locked up like this, holding my teeth like that, like a freaking like he was in jail and shit like that. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I was like, I don't give a shit. Did the nuclear breath also while he was in my mouth. All right, and I saw all brothers and sisters surrounded by me doing this, and they were watching me doing this shit, and they were just like, yeah, do it, just don't kill him. I'm like, of course not. You think I'm gonna kill him? No, I know the consequences to that. I'm just gonna fucking beat him to the point that he wish he died. And that's what I did in the astral realm. And guess what's happening in the physical realm? He's getting fucked up the ass. Alright? Just because I did shit to him in the astral realm. And you think I wanted to do that to. And look, it says 330 right here. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, Cosmic Mama. And thank you, spirit guides and anybody else that I haven't thanked. It says 303 right here. Okay? 330, I mean. It's 3:30 a.m. in the morning. When you see confirmation numbers like that, that's how you know you're tapped in. That's how you know the universe, the cosmic mama, is giving you this information. Is giving you the green light, literally, of saying that you are on the right path. Okay? Okay? You look, you can say that I'm lying all you want. That's fine. But I know thyself. I know who I am. Okay? I know my experiences, and I'm not lying about that whole fucking time thing and everything like that. But you can think that I'm lying. But that's not my fault. That's not my fault. I know there's some brothers and sisters out here that we talk about all of this stuff and they look at us and they be like, you're lying, you this and that. And I'm over here like, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. At the end of the day, these wicked ones are fucking gonna be gone and we're gonna take over this planet. Whether you like it or fucking not. We are the Titans. We are freaking giant serpent dragons. Okay? That can literally kill the gods. Okay? Not kill the gods. We could, but we don't do that. We just defeat them. Put them in a place that they deserve to be in, basically. When Remedy H point out that when we deal with the gods, they're going to come back here to the planet and be mortal like us. They're going to experience that we experience. Yes, they are. They are. Maybe not to the extent that we experience, like the whole stuff that these wicked ones do, but they're all going to go to a physical vessel. They're going to be in the physical realm. That's why. That's why in a video a long time ago I was talking about these gods and goddesses, um, not the Titans, because we're not gods or goddesses. We're Titans. We're Titans. All right. You're not a god. You're a Titan. Stop thinking that. Oh, you shouldn't think yourself as a Titan because the Titans came fought the gods and shit like that. Motherfucker, go fuck yourself. We created the gods. We created Enki. We created fucking Marduk and all this shit. Okay? We created Zeus. We created all these motherfuckers. We created all these freaking people that some of them, not us, but some of them decided to betray us. Okay? Because they had the free will to do something. And they did it. And that's fine. Because we all have free will to do something. Okay? It's just that there's consequences that go to that. And look at that. The time right now says 3:33. More confirmation right there from Mama, from the universe. I can't make this shit up. That's how I know I'm in tune and I know thyself. I might do some flaws, I might do some things that people might be like, but at least I have a confirmation from Mama. From Mama. From Mama. The cosmic Mama. The planet and the cosmic herself. Okay? Shit like that you can't make up. I can't make that shit up, man. I can't make that shit up. It's impossible for me to make that shit up. It's almost like saying that who what we are as original people, as original beings. And then you tell some brothers and sisters about this, they think that's it's crazy, malarkey, bullshit. Oh, that can never happen to us. We can never return to. I mean, that can never happen to us because it's infringing people's free will, meaning these orcs. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're the invaders, and yet, and so these reptilians, and yet they don't think that no consequences will go to them, but yet you tell them, so we're just going to so these motherfuckers are going to keep raping kids, keep eating them, and keep killing us. And then when you tell brothers and sisters that, they be like, they stay stuck because they have no answer. They have no answer. What answer is a brother and sister's going to give you when you literally tell them, oh, okay, so you want this pedophile shit? You want these children being eaten and you want us being killed 24 fucking 7? Is that what you want? Because that's the world that they want. What world do you want? You want a good, peaceful world? Well, guess what? You need to fight for that world because these motherfuckers are not gonna fucking give it up without a fight. And I already knew that. That's why when I look at Ralph Smart, nothing against the brother, but when he says peace and love and all that shit, I'm over here. What the fuck you talking about, man? What the fuck you talking about? Peace and love and all that shit? You can't do that to your enemy. These people hate you. You can't love your enemy. The fuck's wrong with you? And I'm not saying he's saying that, but I'm saying to the point that when people think stuff like that, know thy enemy, but don't love your enemy. Okay? They're, they, you can respect your enemy. I'll say that right now. You can respect your enemy because they put you to the point that you thought that, whoa, okay, I'm here. But guess what? You become stronger. Once you learn about that, you get out of it, you become strong. And the reason some of us have woken up is because we've been through this stuff already. You know how many times I've done something in my life and I always feel empty inside? Oh, you got this. You graduated high school. You graduated. You got this degree of basically getting a diploma. You should be happy and all that. But I felt nothing. I felt like shit. I felt like shit. I felt like shit. And people around me will always say, "Don't feel like shit. Why you feel that way?" I'm like, "Because, dude, it's not what. Because deep down in your subconscious and inside your soul, you know you're not here to do that shit. It's shit. You know what you're here to do? You're here to fucking change the world and fucking destroy these motherfucking military motherfuckers and destroy these wicked one motherfuckers by literally nuking them just by looking at them or literally physically becoming a nuke and exploding right in front of them. That is the power that we have. Okay? If you don't believe the power that we have, then something's wrong with you. Then something tells me that you don't believe in yourself. You believe in something else that is that you putting something that you should not believe in. When there's brothers and sisters out here that talk about, oh, the Bible says this and all that shit, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's about us. It's about us. We changed the whole algorithm of this shit. Yes, the reason the Bible says all of this stuff is because the Hopi prophecy and they change a few things and they put it in there. But overall, why the fuck are you going back at that when you can look at the Hopi fucking prophecy? You idiots. But yet I'm the bad guy for 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 looking at certain stuff and calling you guys out on it. Not everybody, but like some brothers and sisters are like, what's going on around here? Or why are you saying this and that? I'm like, do you see this? Or you just don't care because you just want to look at a fucking goddamn Bible? Who gives a fuck about that shit? Burn it. Throw it away. Oh, that's too. Oh, I can't do that. That's too fucked up. Then that tells me that you literally want to suck the dick of Jesus, which is not even a fucking goddamn person. The symbol that they made of Jesus basically is a fucking goddamn motherfucking pedophile. The guy that the statue you see of Jesus, yeah, that's a guy that's a fucking pedophile. They just used him to be the symbol of Jesus. In the Jesus person, basically, not the statue what you see him, but the symbolizes of him is actually us. That's why they call him the Christ, because it's actually us, you and me, walking on water, healing people like it's freaking nothing. Alright? Being born from a mom that doesn't need a seed to give birth. Does that make sense? That is us. That is our woman giving birth to the man, us. She's basically birthing warriors to protect her and her sisters and her little children that cannot defend themselves. That is what we were here for. That's why we were built for. That's what we were made from the cosmic mama for. Tiamat for. Okay? Seriously. We have monster Tiamat and Titan blood inside of our bodies. What the fuck do you think we are? We are not angels. Some people might be like, we're angels. Okay, fine. Go ahead. Go ahead and say you're angels. Fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead and say you're angels. But at the same time, don't be so upset when you look at an angel and you suspect to them to look beautiful. I'm sorry. When I think of an angel that's higher realm, that's supposed to look like a freaking Naga serpent that's fiery. Okay? That's so fiery and so freaking high vibration that you can literally be blinded by it or you can't see it. Yes, you can say we're angels and all that, of course, but we're higher than that, man. We're higher than that. Angels are what Archangel Michael is. Nothing against him or anything like that. Look at all the archangels. What do you think they're called? Archangels. We are cosmic deities. We are cosmic beings, cosmic dragons. We are elemental beings. We've been elemental beings for a long, long time. That's why they make that show Avatar. And I'm not talking about with the blue people. I'm talking about the Last Hellbender. Avatar Last Hellbender. Okay? You can disagree with me all you want, but you have to face the facts to the point that you know that we are not what these people tell us, and we're not what we think we are. Okay? We are titans, monsters. We are meant to destroy things that are not supposed to be here. We're not even supposed to be quote unquote human. We're not human. We're not. We're not supposed to call ourselves human. Why we're calling ourselves human? We're titans. We're monsters. We literally are from the blood of the monsters that Tiamat used in herself. Okay? And I know someone's gonna be like, oh, but I don't think they used Tiamat's blood. They did. Why? Because when they cut her in half and made the planet, what do you think? What do you make the planet and also the heavens? What do you think? Which is the Draco star constellation. What do you think they used just to make us also? Yes, they used Kingo's blood, but they used the monsters from Tiamat that she had in the war against the gods. So obviously that blood was used too. Wouldn't you think Tiamat's blood wasn't used either? Okay? We're her children at the end of the day. The gods are all children. They're not Tiamat's children. They're all children. Does that make sense? Technically, when you look at the gods, they're Tiamat's grandchildren. That's really it. That's really it. And they took us out. They took us out because we were, like Bobby Hemmett said, we were quote unquote old, basically. We were quote unquote old, and they took us out because they were young. Now the Titans, in a way, are young right now because look, let me tell you gods something real quick. All the gods that put us down here, you are fucked because you're gonna come to the physical realm and you're gonna lose everything. You're gonna lose everything. You're not gonna be able to fly. You won't be able to freaking lift up buildings and everything like that. because you did this to the Titans. You did this to beings that were never supposed to be in this realm to begin with. I'm sorry. We're supposed to help the heavenly planet to become crystallized, and you didn't make us, and you didn't help us do that. Some of us, some of your gods tried to, yes, but majority of you gods did not want to. Yes, we had gods that joined us and want to help the Titans, but there were gods that did not want to help the Titans because they thought that, hey, it was done for us. They thought that, hey man, you passed your time already, it's our turn now, even though our turn wasn't over. It still hasn't been over. Mainly because without us there was nothing. Look at the stuff, the whole thing. Look at the Godzilla movies that are made in America right now. Shout out to Kalai because he pointed out in his Godzilla video about that when we cross nature, we are replenishing nature just by the radiation that we have in our body alone. Okay. Yes, there's bad radiation too. Shout out to um um shout out to Remedy H because he said the same thing. There's bad radiation and good radiation. We have the good radiation. So does the sun and the moon. Okay? But there's so many brothers and sisters out here that don't want to get that shit because they want to listen to these motherfucking unnatural motherfuckers and think that they're their friends. They're not your friends. They will never be your friends. Stop thinking that they will ever be your friends. I don't give a fuck if you hang out with them and fuck them 24/7. They will never be your fucking goddamn friends. And they're going to show that. They're going to show their true colors when they start fighting against you with guns and bullets. And all you have to do is literally block their shit. Because why do you think Remedy H is pointing out you building, meditating, doing your Tai Chi? It's because you're getting stronger. Stronger. Because when they shoot a nuke at you or a bullet, it just bounces off. It tickles. It doesn't do anything to you. That's why we keep telling you to be in a constant meditation, be in a constant flow of being thyself. Because if you don't and you fight these wicked ones, guess what? You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Alright? Yes, we're immortal, but your physical body is not gonna be adaptable to what's coming to the new planet. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay? There's brothers out here that talk about certain things that I'm like, look, I'm not gonna argue with you, but I will have to disagree because I've had different experiences. And Mama showed me the codes like 303 and 303 to the point that I'm just like, how can I deny this if every time I look at the time and it shows me those cosmic numbers and I'm over here like, because sometimes the reason I say that is because sometimes you might think about it a bit, but then when you look at those cosmic numbers, nature and Mama is literally just giving you that confirmation saying that you're on the right path. Don't stir away from it. Don't deny yourself. Okay? You can still do information, go deep into it and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, when you're getting confirmation from Mama, then who gives a fuck what anyone says? And then there's gonna be some brothers and sisters out here saying that, oh, I got confirmation from Mama and she said this. I would know that you're lying, man. I would know that you're lying because look. I've said this before and I said it again. I have such a good relationship with Mother Planet, the Galaxy Mother, to the point that I dare you to lie to me straight to the fucking face, and I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Look, Orion TV pointed out nothing against the brother. He pointed out what about Jeffrey Epstein um being exposed in the beginning of January. And I'm over here like, you mean January? Well, where shit is supposed to fucking happen with the sun because the sun is about to do shit. I thought you were smarter than this. They will put that out there in front of you so you can be distracted by it. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. We need to be better than this. What the fuck? There's no reason for me to make a video about this because I want to take a break. And then I'm looking at these videos out here and I'm over here like, are we good? Or you guys are actually showing your true colors to the point that you're scared, to the point that you know something's going to happen to you, even though you guys were promoting that things are going to change and you're happy about it. But now you're speaking through things that I'm just like, Look, the thing is, what I hate the most is sometimes is questioning my brothers and sisters sometimes, especially when I know that they're talking stupid shit. Hey, prove me wrong, and that's fine. Look, I want to be wrong. I'll say this right now. I want to be wrong. I want my sisters and brothers to be right, and I'll be like, yo, okay, then let's band up together and fight these motherfuckers. And look, I'm a loner. I am. I don't give a fuck about my community or anything like that. Outside of this shit, I don't give a fuck. I like to be alone. I like to be isolated. That's how I am. I've always been that way. All right. And I know some people find that hard to believe or find that hard to fathom because we're social creatures. And I get it. Sometimes you want to hang out with people and everything like that. And I'm the same way too. But overall, I enjoy my own company more than my own family's company and my friends' company. To be honest, when I hang out with people, I'm over here like desperate just to spend time to myself because I'm just tired of hanging out with people. You could say that's a bad thing, and that's fine. And maybe you might say that I might have to work on that. And yes, I am working on that to be more open to people. I've always been that way ever since I was a kid. I've never been open to people because I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? And then people will be like, oh, well, this is why you're single. This is why you don't get laid and shit like that. And I'm over here laughing in my head, and I'm like, who gives a shit? But then they give a shit. And then they tell you, no, I think you do give a shit. I'm over here like, if I don't, then why do you? Why do you give a shit if I don't? See, that's the problem with some of us. If someone doesn't give a shit, let them not give a shit. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Leave that sister or brother alone. Because they probably have a good reason why they tell you that shit. Have respect. Have respect. That's why sometimes I tell my friends and family, they'll be like, what if I did it? I would have been like, good. Do it. I encourage you. Do it. I won't be mad at you if you did that to me. So why would you be mad at me if I did that to you? Oh my god. It's some serious bullshit here. And no, I did not want to make another YouTube video, but especially around this time, but I just want to talk about this stuff because this is just stupid, man. There's no reason for this shit. There really isn't no reason for this shit. You guys have no idea how many orcs have talked to me and literally told me, hey, can you do this to me when the time comes? I'm over here like, what the fuck did you just said to me? I can't even respond to that. I would literally go to jail straight away if I fucking respond to you, what you just said. And there's other orcs out here that contact me on Facebook sometimes, and it hasn't been, it's been a while since that happens. But last time, an orc trying to freaking contact me, and they act all nice and shit like that. Then all of a sudden and then I started making more of these enlightenment videos and stuff like that. And then they started threatening me, talking shit and shit like that. And I'm over here like, the fuck's wrong with you, dude? The hell's wrong with you? The hell's wrong with you? You see how these people are? They want to act nice, and then they want to fucking be shady, do stuff to you. And some people might be like, "Oh, they don't all do that." Yes, they do, man. You gotta point it out. Sometimes they say stuff and you be like, that sounds fucking racist. What the fuck did you just said? It's because it's in their nature, man. It's just the way they are. It's just the way that they were created by fucking Zeus and these reptilians. Seriously. Okay? And then they want us to have the same mindset as them. Even though we look at them like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I used to hang out with white people before, and some of the things that they've said, I'm all like, the fuck are you talking about? Me and my friends sometimes looked at each other like, we had to look at that person like, the hell? I'm telling you, man. I am telling you. And some of these orcs won't say it out loud in front of like 2 or 3 carbon people. They won't. Some of them don't dare. Some of them do, just to see your reaction, or some of them do just because it's a subconscious shit. They don't even realize it. You just do it, and then all of a sudden, fuck. It's like the whole thing when everyone. Remember when they were pointing out that we'll get a so-called Black Superman, and that everyone went crazy over it? I'm like, you guys just showed how much racist you are subconsciously. You mean to tell me we can't have a Black Spider-Man or a so-called Black Spider-Man slash obviously Afro-Hispanic Spider-Man or so-called Black slash Afro-Hispanic Superman? It's the same thing with when Obama became president, and I was in classes, and they were like, "Oh, let's have a Puerto Rican could be president," and the teacher was like, and we all looked at each other like, "This fucking teacher's fucking goddamn racist." We all knew that we all knew that teacher was racist. I was like in what grade? I was in like 8 or 6. I mean 8 or 7th grade when that shit happened. We all looked at each other like, "This teacher's fucking racist." And then she was like, "I'm not racist." I'm like, in my head, I was like, "You subconsciously racist." There's a difference, and that's a thing. And people don't like to admit that shit. They don't like to admit that. They don't like to admit that there's a subconscious racism inside their fucking head. Because then they would have to admit that they're all fucking racist, that they all need to change, that they do need to fucking be put down like a fucking sad, pathetic piece of shit dog. Alright? Even dogs don't act like this, to be quite honest with you. Maybe some do, but from the dogs that I've been surrounded by, they love me. To be quite honest with you, yes, I get it. They want certain things from you. Of course they do. They all do, right? But I'm not getting into that dog stuff because if you know, you know, and I already know, and I'm not going to be here all day just to talk about stupid fucking dogs. Seriously, all right. If you want to look at stuff like that, look at some stuff that most likely can find on YouTube. I know you guys can find that shit. All right, you just need to find it really, really good, thoroughly, and stuff like that, because YouTube is an asshole. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. You don't have to if you don't want to. Uh, I just want to make this video just to be brief, just point out stuff. Um, so there's just certain stuff right now that people need to pay attention to, and I really don't get the whole point of like this whole point of Jeffrey Epstein getting exposed in January. I'm over here like, look, it could be true. That's fine. It could be true, you know. But guys, everything that they say is the opposite. Do you understand and understand? Am I the only one that still thinks about this shit? Look, I believe it when I see it, because I don't believe they will show that shit. Because all in my opinion, it's just from what I see, it's just a fucking goddamn distraction, all because what's going to happen to the sun. Okay, you could tell me that I'm a fucking piece of shit for thinking that. I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm seeing. The fact that you guys are believing that these motherfuckers can release these lists about these children, about all these people that been what they doing to these kids. I'm not saying it cannot happen, but the fact that you guys are jumping and joining thinking that this could happen right away, I'm just like, the fuck's wrong with you? That proves me even more it's not gonna happen if you're so excited for it. And the thing is, we know, don't we know? Don't we know that some of these people are doing this shit? So why would it get exposed to the whole world if the chosen ones already know this shit? Oh, but the masses don't know. The masses will know when shit goes down. How about that? When shit goes down, that's when the masses will know. But yeah, it's not good enough for some of these for some people out here. I was about to say some motherfuckers, and I'm talking about my own people. That's why I'm sick and tired of the bullshit here with some of our people here. I'm dead serious, man. Oh, I'm sick and tired of your bullshit. Okay, point out the bullshit I'm talking about then, and I'll point out yours. Because there's no reason for us to talk about the whole cyber attack bullshit and also the whole Epstein shit of them releasing the list and shit like that. I'm just looking at it and shaking my head like, guys, are you thinking? At least look, I could be gone. Of course I could be gone. But at least I'm thinking outside of the box to the point that I know these motherfuckers are lying. And I'm not gonna fucking hold my breath. Because these motherfuckers always lie. And I don't give a fuck about what they're saying. All I care is about what's gonna happen for next year and for our people and for what's happening for us right now. That's all I fucking care about. That's all I fucking care about. Could we talk about that? Could we talk about that? Any brother and sister that doesn't fucking talk about that shit, guess what? You're wasting off my fucking goddamn time. You're wasting all of our time. You're wasting all of our time. You're wasting all of our time. Talk about us. Talk about what we're gonna be. Talk about what talk about the stuff that we can regain. Talk about certain things that we can regain the knowledge of. Instead of talking about some bullshit that these motherfuckers have planned because, they're gonna release the list, guys, of Jeffrey Epstein's all this stuff. I'm like, I'm always here like this. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Won't you do your fucking Tai Chi and meditate and maybe build something and maybe make a video about that? Stupid concept. Stupid fucking goddamn concept. But I get it. Everyone's doing their own little thing, and I get it. But at the same time, are you serious? Are you serious right now? Again, you can disagree with me all you want. I just have to point that out. I'll see you guys later. And again, I really did want to take a break from YouTube. But this right here, look, like I said before, if there's certain things on YouTube that I just need to point out, that I will. If there's certain things that I feel like I need to talk about, then I will. It's just who I am. I've always been that way. Even before I became more in tune to thyself, I've always been that way in my original YouTube channel of like, hey, if I see something and people are talking about it to the point that I'm just like, the fuck are you guys talking about? Then obviously I have to talk about it. It's just I've always been that way. I've always been that way ever since I joined YouTube. So I'll see you guys. Be safe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe again if you're new. Tell me what you guys think down below. Do you think what I'm saying is BS, or do you think that I'm holding some weight on it? So I'll see you guys. Take care. Really take care. And tell me what you guys think about me saying with the whole Jeffrey Epstein stuff and everything like that. I just think that's just look, again, like I said before, could they release the list? Of course, but I see it when I believe it, man. Because I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it at all. The reason I don't believe it because these motherfuckers, like I said, these motherfucking wicked ones are just, remember, everything that they do is the opposite. So if they saying that they're going to release that shit, that means something's going to happen to the planet to the point that, hey, when something happens to the planet, it doesn't matter anymore because everyone's going to know anyways. Do you get it? Do you get it? It's almost like saying, yeah, let's release that list because we know that it's going to get exposed because the sun is about to do something and we're going to be fucked anyways. Does that make sense? Does that make sense for you little fucking idiots in the fucking goddamn background? Because the front row and the middle row can understand and overstand. But apparently the back row doesn't give a fuck and wants to throw fucking planes everywhere and ignore the fucking middle row and freaking pissed off the front row and the middle row. Because that's what's happening with me right now. Good gracious, man. Good God. Good God. Good Lord, basically. What the fuck? At least I'm thinking outside the box, which scares people. Okay? Because I've met people that get scared to think outside of the box, outside of the box, outside of the box, outside of the box. Okay? They are scared of that shit. They're scared of that shit. And I've been doing that all my life. And I've been learning so many stuff every time I do that. And I get it. Some people might be like, but you need to make sure that that box is there. Make sure you see all that box before you move on to the other box, because you might miss something. You know, shit like that. I'm always here like, guys, good God. Like, I'm not, look, I don't understand, and I understand what you're talking about. But when you whine like that to the point, I'm just not going to listen to you. I'm just going to think that you're scared. Okay? So I'll see you guys later. Be safe, man. It's like 4 or 5 in the morning. I should have turned this video off a long time ago. I'll see you guys and be safe. Seriously, be safe. And know thyself, like I said before, know thyself, take care of yourselves, and think for yourself. Really think for yourself. If someone says certain things and you raise an eyebrow like, like The Rock, then most likely something's wrong. You know? So I'll see you guys later and be safe.